Hi guys, welcome to Cheryl's Home Cooking, so let's get started. Today I'm going to show you how I make my Yuzu jelly. I picked the Yuzus off my tree yesterday and I squeezed them all yesterday. So in this pot I have extra water. The pot in the back, that's what I'll sterilize my lids in. And I have some Yuzu jelly in my canner right now. What I did with my Yuzu juice is I poured it in this strainer to get the pulp out. Then I poured them in my measuring cup. So I have 5 cups. Now I'll go place these 5 cups in my pot on my stove. You can see how putting the juice through the strainer, how it kept all the pulp out of the juice. If you want the pulp in it, it's fine. I just figured I'd try it without the pulp. So here's 4 cups. And the 5th cup. I'll put my burner on high. I'll place the 1 packet of Shore Gel. And the extra teaspoon. I'll mix this all in. And you want this to come to a rolling boil. Once it comes to a rolling boil, then you'll add in your 7 cups of sugar. Let it come to another rolling boil for approximately 1 minute. To help keep the foam down, you can add in 1 teaspoon of butter, so I'll do that. Just place it in. Mix it around. I'll go put some jars in my microwave to keep them warm. I fill them about halfway with water, hot water. You'll boil it in your canner for 10 minutes. Right now I have some Yuzu jelly in my canner. This Yuzu jelly is really, really good. Now it's at the rolling boil stage, and I'll add in my 7 cups of sugar. You'll see how it changes the color of this jelly. It gets a little bit lighter. I'll just mix in the sugar and then I'll take my Yuzu jelly out of the canner. Alright. The sugar's all dissolved. I'll take the cover off. I have a towel in my hand to put the bottom of the jars on. See how nice that looks? Now I'll put my lid back on. Keep this water warm for the 2nd batch. You can see how nice and clear this jelly is. There's just a little bit of pulp in it. You want this to come to a rolling boil, and then you'll mix it for approximately 1 minute. So now I'm at my rolling boil stage. I'll set my timer to 1 minute. And I'll keep stirring it. This is such a nice citrus smell. Time to take it off the burner. Get my gloves. Now I'll get my jars out of the microwave. I fill them up with water to keep them nice and hot so that they don't crack. Here's my clean rag to clean off the rim of the jars. So now I'll take my scoop, fill up my jars. Put my lids in the water. So I have my lids in the water sterilizing. You want to keep it about a half an inch from the top. This one. I'll see if I can pick up the pot and just pour it in. So now I'll take my rag. This is a clean rag. I have a little bit of vinegar on it, white distilled vinegar. Make sure it's nice and clean so that I get a good seal. Now we'll go get the tops of the lid. Press it down. Take my screw caps. Put it on hand tight. One more. Now I'll take, I call it my grabber. and put it in my canner. There's one. There's a second. And the last one. And you want to make sure that there's enough water to go over the tops. Now I'll put my lid back on and let this boil for 10 minutes. So far, out of the 1.5 buckets, which is a 5-gallon bucket, so I had 1.5 buckets, I have 7 quarts of jelly. Oh, this one popped. See how nice that jelly looks? Last one. And here are the jars. So now I'll let them sit and rest for 24 hours before I move them into my pantry. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Cheryl's Home Cooking and watch me make homemade Yuzu jelly. Enjoy! Well, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Cheryl's Home Cooking. I'll see you guys next video. Bye-bye.